Recovery Therapy with Sun752. This is your Daily Go-Getterism number 332 for August 31st, 2015. Last day of August. It's over. It was a beautiful month. I turned 45 years old. The weather was pleasant. You know what I mean? All the Leos turned a year older. And now it's time to give it up. End of the summer. That's it. But it's been a pretty good summer. At least it has been for me. I hope it was for you as well. A whole lot of things on my mind today. I like to explain some things to y'all. Number one, you probably won't be hearing any music on these videos anymore, unfortunately. YouTube is kind of coming at my neck and banning my videos in certain countries, and sometimes even in the United States because of copyright laws or whatever. All of the music that I play on my videos are MP3s or CDs that I've bought. Some of them old, some of them, you know, fairly recent. But I pay for all my music. I've always invested in the music industry since I was a kid, and you know, so you know, it's all about money, and things are changing right now. I don't make any money from these videos. My channel's not even monetized, so you know. To get me to bang me on that, in my opinion, is like holding back the truth from the people, because that's the only thing I'm trying to do is bring the truth to y'all. So we're gonna take the music out of there for a while until I can get some original music. I have a nephew who's a music producer, and maybe he can give me some tracks, some decent tracks, and then I can upload them, and then I won't have any copyright problems. So episode Daily Go-Getterism number 331 yesterday. A lot of people didn't get a chance to see that, and you won't even find it on my page because of the whole copyright thing. And I could fight it and win it, but it's kind of self-defeating. But it was a good video yesterday where we were talking about black people being politically correct. So we're gonna cut the music out for a little while. Hopefully y'all don't find it, you know, any less creative, because we're still bringing the information, and the information is what is the most important thing. Today I want to talk about, ironically, the motivation to keep going no matter what. You know, a lot of times when we're trying to do our thing in this world, do our thing in this life, particularly when you're trying to do the right thing, sometimes you can get discouraged because you can have people putting obstacles in your way. You can have haters coming at you and trying to stop the rock, and sometimes you can stop the rock. Sometimes you can only slow down the rock, and sometimes you can stop the rock. But life happens. You know, we have family, we have friends, we have co-workers, we have neighbors, we have world events and things that we see on the news and things that we see out there in the world and during our travels that can unravel us sometimes, that can make us feel like the things that we're doing is just not worth anything. Like, I'm pro-black. I am. I've always been since I was a kid. I don't even know how, you know, that was ingrained in me at a young age, but it wasn't necessarily taught to me. It was just, you know, I mean, I'm not going to say that nobody ever got in my ear, but anyway, so it pains me to see my people suffering. You know, whenever I see that we don't have a way out, like when I see drug dealers on the corner, or when I see, you know, young girls out there displaying their bodies, selling their bodies, and whenever I see people of prominence selling out to the other man because they don't have any knowledge of self, they don't have any knowledge of their history and what their contribution to our struggle means to us. See, that's one, well, anyway, that can discourage a person from going forward. It can really make you wonder, what's it all worth? You know what I mean? To be able to continue doing your thing in the face of adversity is not the easiest thing to do. You know what I mean? For instance, I've been in this showbiz thing for, well, over a decade, and you know what I'm saying? I could have easily bailed out years ago when things were really getting good, and I thought I was about to cross that threshold, and then, you know, things didn't pan out exactly the way I thought that they would. But, you know, if you love something and you have passion for it and you really care about it, sometimes you have to take your love of the success or your quest for the success out of it, and you have to redefine what success means to you. I've heard people say that the greatest revenge is success, but not really. Really, the greatest revenge is to just keep going. Because once you succeed, that's the end. The story's over. But once you keep going, if you keep going, then, anybody who didn't believe in you is forced to watch you keep going and going and going and going and going and never stop. So either they have to get on board or they have to get out of the way. Or they got to just stop hating. And I use that term hating loosely because I don't like to overuse that term. I think that it's overused. I think a lot of people use it out of its context and try to make it into something, so they can be self-righteous or so they can get their ego popping instead of really focusing on the problem at hand. Listen, what I just want to say to y'all today is we all have things that we're going through in our lives. We want our children to be successful. We want them to be intelligent. We want them to be kind. We want them to be strong. We want them to be independent. And we want them to be safe. Sometimes our children can really frustrate us. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, unlike a bank where the money you put in, you can expect to withdraw. Sometimes it's not like that. And the same thing happens to our friends, our family, other family members, and our loved ones. Sometimes the effort that we show towards people, when we see something great in some people and they don't seem to see it in themselves, it can be very frustrating to us. But all I want to say is, try to find the things in your life that make you happy and that make you want to keep going. Sometimes it's as simple as putting on your headphones and listening to a song. Really. Sometimes your favorite song can just give you that spark. Because it can take you back to another time when things were a little better for you. You know what I mean? And just remind you that, I was there struggling. And now I'm here struggling. But I made it from there. And you can make it from here too. That's on some real shit, yo. Because, I don't want to see my people out there, doing bad. And that's whether I'm talking about my people as far as black people are concerned, or whether I'm talking about my people that are close to me. You know what I mean? Like my family and my friends. So, I like to employ the technique of writing down all of the good things that you enjoy in your life when time gets hard. When times get hard, I should say. And look over that list. Remember the things. Try to keep the things that you enjoy close to you. And keep them in your vision more often. And believe me, hey man, it'll help. Look, I don't have no magic wand or nothing like that. All I can tell you is are the things that I think might work based on things that I've done. Because it can get tough out here. It can get tough out here to just keep going and going and going, man. Sometimes we get sad, we get depressed, we get angry, we get frustrated. And all of these things sometimes knock the train off the track, but you can put that train right back on the track. You don't have to be derailed for good. These things right here, pets. If you're not the type of person that's afraid of animals, then you know that these things, these creatures, these animals, these living things, they relieve stress. They do. Because they give you positive reinforcement. They are very symbolic of what life is and what nature is. Another thing. These things right here. Get one of these. Even if you're not good at growing plants, get one of these or some of these. Because they let you know that you can keep something alive. All you got to do is remember to water them and give it sufficient light. People make that harder than it needs to be. It ain't gotta be hard. Give me a life. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, it is worth it. Whatever it is that you're in a struggle to do, whatever success that you're working towards, remember that it's worth it once you get there. If you mapped it out and defined your goals well in the beginning. That's really what it's all about. So, like I said, man, go hard, go for yours. Don't let nobody hold you back. Make it no matter what. Keep going no matter what. Don't let nobody talk you out of nothing, and don't let nobody divert you from your plan of action, unless they are in a way to a point, to the degree where you'll have to go through them in order to get something. And even then, just replan. Just like a GPS, when you make a wrong turn with a GPS and it says not reprogramming, but repositioning or redirecting, whatever. Do that in your own life, and everything be alright. Oh, and eat more stuff like this. Yeah, eat more stuff like this, man. I mean, these ain't alkaline; they're actually acidic. Get some watermelon. Get some watermelon. I'll let y'all. Peace. See how I do with me? Yeah.